10 Stoic Rules for Life. Listen to this. They will prioritize you. Have you ever felt that sting of being ignored, especially by someone you love wholeheartedly? It hurts, doesn't it? Like your emotions don't matter, and you're invisible in their world. But what if I told you there's a way to shift that dynamic, to make them yearn for you, to make them prioritize you in their life? Today, in this very special video, we're going to share with you 10 rules, 10 secrets to becoming that magnetic person that others can't help but want to have in their lives. Rule number 1. Don't reveal everything. Become mysterious. In a world consumed by constant exposure, there's a power in the shadows, a magic in the untold. Seneca once said, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." Let's embrace that wisdom. Imagine your life as a captivating novel, with chapters draped in a veil of secrecy. Each word, each revelation carefully measured, like a puzzle waiting to be solved. It's in the dance of the unknown that your true power lies. Cleopatra, a historical enchantress, understood this art. Her allure wasn't just in her beauty or power, but in the enigma she wove around herself. A leader shrouded in mystery, leaving the world yearning for more. Now let's apply this ancient wisdom to our modern lives. Imagine yourself as a winding path through uncharted territory. Unpredictable, alluring, and magnetic. Your words, your actions, they become the guideposts, leading others into the labyrinth of your character. By not laying your entire life bare, you invite them to explore, to discover, to be part of your journey. Your life is not an open book for all to read, but a series of unfolding chapters, each one revealing just a little more of the complex, compelling individual that you are. And in preserving this air of mystery, you become an irresistible presence, leaving others yearning for just a little more. So, my fellow explorers of the unknown, embrace the allure of the undiscovered. Be the enigma that captivates hearts and minds. Let your life be a masterpiece, revealed piece by piece, leaving them longing for the next chapter. Rule number 2. Creating a fear of losing you. You see, it's human nature to sometimes take things for granted, especially when they're easily accessible. But what if I told you that by becoming an irreplaceable entity in their lives, you can create a dynamic that's truly magnetic? So, how do we achieve this? It's about embodying independence and self-reliance. Envision your life as a riveting journey, complete and fulfilling on its own. Your confidence and autonomy become a magnet, drawing people in. It's not about being just another option. It's about being a vital necessity. As the great Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you'll find strength. Your strength lies in self-sufficiency and the unique adventure that is your life. People will start to see you as more than just another individual seeking attention. You become a formidable presence in their lives. You're not here to chase affection or beg for attention. You're here to be valued. Let them strive for your attention. Think of yourself as that missing piece that completes the puzzle of their world. You are not just a participant in this game of life. You are an essential victor they cannot afford to lose. Take, for instance, the legendary duo Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. Wozniak wasn't just a co-founder, he was an essential force. Jobs recognized and valued his unique talents, making him an irreplaceable asset in their journey. Their dynamic exemplifies the importance of recognizing and valuing unique contributions, of making yourself indispensable in any collaborative effort. So, my incredible friends, foster that subtle fear of losing you. Let them actively seek to be a part of your world, recognizing you as the prized treasure you are. Remember, you're not just in this game of life. You are the essential victor. Rule number 3. Create your own happiness. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence on the future. Wise words from Seneca that echo through the corridors of time. Today, we unravel the essence of these words, discovering the timeless art of finding joy within ourselves. Now let's talk about Theodore Roosevelt, a man of remarkable resilience and boundless joy. Despite facing unimaginable personal challenges, Roosevelt embraced life with an unparalleled vigor. In the face of adversity, Roosevelt didn't succumb to despair. Instead, he chose a path of vitality, engaging in activities that fueled his spirit, boxing, exploring the rugged badlands, and dedicating himself to the greater good through public service. Roosevelt's zest for life wasn't dependent on external validation or circumstances. His robust personality stemmed from a deep well of resilience and joy within. Imagine facing the loss of your wife and mother on the same day, yet finding the strength to live life to its fullest. Do what you can, with what you have, where you are. Roosevelt's words resonate with the power of self-reliance. He found joy and purpose within himself, regardless of external challenges. Now let's pause and reflect. How can we apply these lessons in our own lives? How can we create our own happiness, just as Seneca and Roosevelt did? It begins with embracing the present moment, finding joy in the small things, and cultivating resilience in the face of life's uncertainties. It's about tapping into that internal well of strength that resides within each one of us. Instead of relying on someone else to make you happy, focus on cultivating your own joy and satisfaction. Imagine the power that comes from being a complete and joyful individual in your own right. When you find contentment in your life, you become a source of inspiration and illumination for others. You're not searching for fulfillment through others. You stand as a beacon of self-sufficiency. Your purpose is not to find happiness in someone else. It's to share the happiness you've cultivated and mutually enrich each other's lives. Remember, true happiness is not a destination. It's a way of life. Embrace the present, nurture your inner joy, and like Theodore Roosevelt, become the architect of your own happiness. Rule number 4. Don't be always available. In the symphony of life, your time is the most precious note. It's a resource not meant to be freely dispensed at the whim of others. Imagine a life where you're not constantly on standby, where your existence isn't anchored by the expectations of others. You have your own universe to explore, and those who enter it are privileged. Balance is the key. Avoid being perpetually on call, awaiting their message, or serving their needs at every turn. Demonstrate that your time and focus are precious. Individuals are naturally drawn to those with their own passions and agendas. When it's clear you're not just lingering in wait, it sparks their interest. This isn't about playing games. It's about showing that you have a vibrant life with or without their presence. By not always being at their beck and call, they learn to value the time they have with you. So, resist the temptation to be constantly accessible. As Seneca once said, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality." Now let's reflect upon the tale of Ada Lovelace, a beacon of intellect and creativity. Ada, a mathematician and writer, celebrated as one of the first computer programmers, refused to conform to societal expectations. She immersed herself in her work, exploring complex mathematical theories and collaborating with notable contemporaries like Charles Babbage. Her focus on her own projects and her unwillingness to be perpetually accessible added to her mystique and allure. Ada's story is a testament to the power of maintaining one's individuality and the magnetic appeal it can generate. Rule number 5. Prioritize your well-being and self-respect. In the chaos of life and relationships, it's easy to forget the importance of putting yourself first. But here's the truth, my friends, your well-being and self-respect are paramount. Make your personal aspirations and interests a top priority. It's not selfish, it's self-love. As the wise Marcus Aurelius once said, "It is not events that disturb people, it is their judgments concerning them." This quote resonates deeply with Rule 5. It emphasizes the importance of how you perceive and react to situations and relationships. By prioritizing your well-being and self-respect, you cultivate a compelling presence in anyone's life. Rule 5 is a reminder that your own happiness and self-worth are non-negotiable. It's not about being self-centered, it's about being self-aware. By prioritizing your personal goals and interests, you become an even more alluring and captivating individual. It's like shining a light on your authenticity, drawing others in like moths to a flame. Remember, your journey is uniquely yours. By taking care of yourself, you set the standard for how others should treat you. It's a powerful form of self-respect. Rule number 6. Prioritize your own needs first. In the dance of relationships, it's easy to lose ourselves to put others before us. But my friends, Rule 6 stands as a powerful reminder. Your needs and well-being should always take precedence. As the great Marcus Aurelius once said, "It is not events that disturb people, it is their judgments concerning them." Let that sink in for a moment. How we perceive and react to situations shapes our entire experience, especially in relationships. And today, we're embracing Rule 6, unraveling the secrets of living a life where your values take center stage. To illustrate the profound impact of Rule 6, let's journey back to ancient Rome and explore the life of the incredible Lucius Quinctius Cincinnatus. A military genius and statesman, Cincinnatus not only conquered on the battlefield, but also conquered the art of prioritizing his personal principles and self-respect. Picture this. Amidst the allure of political power and the constant whispers of allies, Cincinnatus stood firm. He was the embodiment of unwavering dedication to his values. When the call for duty ended, instead of basking in the trappings of power, he chose the simplicity of his farm. Why? Because he understood the true strength lies in honoring oneself. So, what can we learn from Cincinnatus? It's about making a conscious choice to prioritize our own needs and values. It's a testament to the strength inherent in self-respect and the unwavering commitment to our well-being in every aspect of our lives. Listen up, my friends. We owe it to ourselves to put our well-being first, just like Cincinnatus did. It's not about being selfish. It's about embracing the strength that comes from honoring who we are and what we stand for. And there you have it, warriors of self-respect. Remember, it's not the events, but our judgments and reactions that define us. So let's make the choice to prioritize our values, just like Cincinnatus. Remember, prioritizing your own needs is not selfish. It's an act of self-care and self-preservation. It's like putting on your own oxygen mask first on an airplane. Only when you prioritize your well-being can you truly show up as your best self in relationships. By following Rule 6, you become magnetic. Your self-assuredness and self-respect become irresistible qualities that draw others towards you. Rule number 7. Stop starting the conversation all the time. Rule 7 is all about breaking the cycle about stopping the constant need to be the conversation initiator. Now, don't get me wrong, connection is crucial, but there's an art to it. It's time to create a balanced dance of communication. Imagine this. You're in a beautiful dance, a dance of words and emotions. Rule 7 encourages you to let your dance partner take the lead too. It's not about playing games, but about fostering mutual respect and effort in the relationship. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice." Now let's apply that to communication. It's not about mirroring behaviors that lead to imbalance. It's about maintaining your dignity and self-respect. Think about it, beautiful souls. Always being the one to initiate can unintentionally send the message of being too available, maybe a tad too eager. It's time to create a shift to let the other person step into the spotlight of initiation. This isn't about playing hard to get. It's about showing that your life is rich with interests and activities. It's a barometer for their interest in you. And guess what? You're worth that interest. So, let's break the mold, break the cycle. Rule 7 is your guide to maintaining balance in the dance of communication. It's about respect, effort, and ensuring you're not taken for granted. Rule number 8. Don't be too emotionally attached. Rule 8 whispers a gentle reminder. Don't be too emotionally attached. It's about finding that delicate equilibrium, a dance between expressing your emotions and holding onto your inner composure. Imagine your emotions as a river, flowing gracefully. Rule 8 encourages you to prevent it from turning into a tempest, overwhelming the shores of your relationships. It's about making sure your needs are acknowledged without drowning others in a flood of emotions. The great philosopher Seneca once said, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." This nugget of wisdom perfectly encapsulates Rule 8. Patience is our secret weapon, and control over our emotional responses is the key. It's not about suppressing what you feel. It's about expressing it in a way that fosters understanding and prioritization. No unnecessary drama, just a genuine connection between hearts. Rule 8 reminds us that our value and self-respect are sacred. You have the power to choose who walks beside you on this journey based on how they honor and prioritize you. When you embrace emotional intelligence and self-discipline, you invite others to recognize and value your emotions. It's a dance of vulnerability and strength, making it easier for others to place you at the forefront of their lives. So, let's embrace Rule 8, the guide to maintaining the sanctity of your emotions. Remember, it's not about stifling your feelings. It's about sharing them in a way that deepens connections. Rule number 9. Be willing to walk away from them. Now, rule number 9 is not just a guideline. It's a powerful reminder that we all deserve to be valued. It's about being willing to walk away from a relationship that doesn't appreciate your worth. You are worthy of love, respect, and happiness, and it's time to truly embrace that. Imagine you standing strong, unyielding, and committed to self-respect. That's what Rule 9 is all about. Establishing unequivocal boundaries and standards for how you want to be treated in any relationship. Now, I get it. It's not always easy to walk away. Emotions run deep, and attachment can cloud our judgment. But remember, walking away isn't a cold-hearted act. It's an act of self-preservation. It symbolizes your commitment to self-respect and an unwavering refusal to compromise your well-being for someone who doesn't see your value. Your happiness matters, and so does your self-worth. In the spirit of Stoicism, Marcus once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. These words resonate with Rule 9, a guiding principle that urges us to recognize that our inner strength and self-respect are within our control, no matter the chaos in the external world. Imagine being in the shoes of Marcus Aurelius, a powerful Roman emperor admired for his philosophical wisdom and leadership. Despite his influence, he faced intricate political alliances that clashed with his principles. Even with all his might, Marcus found himself in situations that challenged his integrity. But here's the magic. He chose to step away from alliances that compromised his self-worth. It's a powerful reminder that even in positions of immense power and attachment, we must be willing to walk away from anything that jeopardizes our integrity and self-respect. How often do we find ourselves entangled in relationships or situations that go against our principles? Rule number 9 teaches us to have the courage to say no, to walk away, and to choose our inner peace over external chaos. Rule number 10. Don't make them the center of your life. Picture this. You, a luminous star, shining in the vast night sky. Your light, your vitality, they're unique to you. And just like that star, you have your own path, independent of anyone else's orbit. It's easy to get lost in someone else, isn't it? To let your world revolve around them, making them the epicenter of your existence. But what if I told you that by not doing that, by having your own dreams, ambitions, and a distinct identity, you become this enigmatic force? You keep them intrigued, wondering about the facets of your life and what drives you. Your autonomous spirit, your adventurous demeanor, they add a magnetic dimension to your relationship. It's about complementing each other's lives while keeping your distinctiveness intact. And trust me, by not placing them at the core of your existence, your allure and appeal grow. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher king, once said, "He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe." Living in harmony with oneself is key to living in harmony with the universe. Let me share a little story that illustrates this beautifully. Sir Isaac Newton, a brilliant scientist, a mind that reshaped our understanding of the universe. Despite the intense demands of his groundbreaking work, Newton didn't lose himself. He had a rich personal life, filled with hobbies, friendships, and his own pursuits. Newton's ability to balance his professional achievements with a robust personal identity made him not just a remarkable scientist, but a well-rounded individual. People didn't just admire him for his intellect, but for his independence and personal depth. Balancing personal independence with professional dedication. It's a compelling example of how maintaining your individuality can lead to a more fulfilling and balanced life. So, my beautiful souls, as you navigate the dance of relationships, remember Rule 10. Be that shining star and let your light illuminate the world. In conclusion, these 10 rules serve as a roadmap to becoming a magnetic person that others will want to have in their lives. Each rule carries its own significance and contributes to transforming the dynamics of your relationships for the better. By following these principles, you can create deep and meaningful connections that prioritize your worth and happiness. Embrace your uniqueness, prioritize your needs, and be willing to let go of relationships that do not honor your worth. By doing so, you will become a captivating and irresistible person that others will be drawn to, creating a life filled with genuine connections and boundless love.